All right, folks. So, getting back into formative, the next step after you have logged in and created your first class is you'll probably want to start sending out assignments and using this for assessments. Obviously, it's a great tool for formative assessments. There are lots of pre-made ones that you can choose from. So, there's a folder that says pre-made checks for understanding. So if you log in and jump into your dashboard, that would be the first thing you'd want to look at. Um, if you get in here, you can throw these out immediately. So, for example, describe 3 things we learned in class today. Discuss how today's lesson could be used in the real world. Draw something learned from class today. And we'll talk about how these different question types. But if you're just looking for something to do quick formative assessments, your pre-made checks for understanding are going to be super easy, simple things that you can start with. So you have those options. Your other option is to simply create your own assignments. So if you click up here where it says new assignment, we'll just talk about the different question types and the kinds of things that you'll be asking your students to do. Of course, you will want to give your assignment a name. I'll just call mine test assessment. So your options right from the beginning here are to add a question, add content, and upload and transform. A question, if you want to add that, you have a few different options. You have multiple choice, show your work, short answer, and true false. Content is not going to be necessarily a question, but it's going to be something that a student will use to perhaps give them some context for the question, or give them a passage to read, or have them watch a video. So it would be something that you'd want them to look at in the process of answering a question. And the last one here, upload and transform, is where you can literally pull a file in and then have a student write answers on top of it, draw over a diagram, label, stuff like that. So let's talk about using all of these. I'm going to start with just adding a question. Obviously, you have your basic question types such as multiple choice. You might ask something simple like which is the best type of ice cream. You just come down here and you will say vanilla, chocolate, peanut butter, or cockroach. And so once your question's ready, you can obviously give the correct answer. You don't have to give a correct answer, or you can choose multiple correct answers. And then once that's done, you just let it sit, and you can move on to the next thing you want to add. So let's add another question just to kind of show your options here. Of course, you can do show your work, and show your work is where you will say draw a diagram of the life cycle of a frog. Jeez. Okay. And then you will go ahead and add the question. And so then what's going to happen is, and I'll show you this in a second, is your student's going to get basically a whiteboard and they will be able to draw on it. Now you'll see that you also have add a background image or edit the student canvas. So you can place something on the background that they can draw on top. So if I wanted to throw something onto the background here, I can click here. And then I can either draw something in, so I could come in and I could add like circles for the cycle, a kid could do it. That's not really the best. If you're not artist or you don't have much artistic skill, you can always just come in and click this, and then you can find an image or a template that you want to use. So here's one that I have of a cycle, and so then a student would be able to look at this instead of the terrible picture that I would draw instead. So then, okay, so that'll be the question that we'll use. The next kind of question is a short answer. So short answer, who is the best? You can come in here and type in correct answers. I don't like doing this, but because they have to get it right in the context. So you can have a correct answer and it can auto grade, but I just think, since it doesn't take into account for spelling and stuff like that, you end up having to check it and grade it anyway. So short answer is just exactly what you think it is. And then finally you have true false. Bees make honey. True or false? And then obviously that's false. So I mean, wait, it's true. I mean, yeah, true. Um, so then you would just mark that answer, and the same kind of thing would apply. You'd have a student come in, pick true or false for whatever the thing is that bees do. Okay, so the next stuff we'll talk about is content. So if you want to add content, you have an image, so you can upload a picture. Let me come in here and find this picture of Taylor Swift, and I can upload that. Nice little animated GIF of Taylor Swift, and I might say critique these dance moves. And then underneath I would have, you know, wait, not show your work. I'd probably do a short answer here. And so it'll be like, type your answer below. So then they're going to see this, critique the dance move, and they're going to type in here what their answer is. You also can just do a text block. So if you just want to type in some text here that you want a student to be able to read, that might give them some more guidance or some more structure for whatever it is they're supposed to be doing, you can do that. I'm not going to add all these because that's going to become a big mess. View only canvas is like when we did the upload before, only this time a student will not be writing on it. So it would just literally be a picture for reference for them. And then the last one is YouTube. So if you want to post a YouTube video into this so they can watch it, maybe if you want to do a flipped lesson or something, you can do that. Finally, upload and transform. With upload and transform, you can go and find if you have some worksheet you want to use, you can upload that, and then it would basically just take the worksheet and it would turn it into an electronic version of the worksheet. So, here's one. Draw a line from the sentence to the matching picture. So you could have your kids come in and do that. You can make these interactive. You can post a little text box here. You can add a question, and you can put your questions directly on top of the canvas. So you might say, show your work, and then have them, write directly on top of it. You might at the end say, what's the relationship between these objects. Okay, and so then they would click on the number 6 and that question will come up. So that's how you get all of those, it's all the different question types and stuff like that. So once you're done, you just come back up here to the top and you want to assign it. So then we will click assign. And I want to send it to Mr. Howard's Cool Class for Kids. And so now it's open. So if they go into that class, they'll see it, but I can also send out this code and have kids come to this URL to join to also access that assignment. So let's see what Dingle has here. So we're going to pull this up, and he is in our class, so he's going to open this up, and now he sees that test assessment is open, so he can click on it. And now he will be asked to complete the assessment. So I'll just show you quickly how this works. He can come in here and answer these questions. Peanut butter, obviously. Draw a diagram. So he's going to come in here and draw the tadpole, and then the T-Rex, and then the cockroach, and then human. So the next he has who's the best. Obviously Mr. Howard is the best. Bees make honey, of course that's true. Dance moves, super hot and spicy. Draw a line from the sentence to the matching picture. So we're going to go down to the bottom and write these questions, and we're gonna type in they are all awesome, and then Dingle is done, so he's going to come to the bottom and submit. So his work has been submitted. And so now we can go back to our teacher view and we can check how he did on that assignment. So we're going to go back to our dashboard. And I need to find test assessment, which is right here, and it does have one response. So we're going to click over here, and we can get in here and check our live results and start looking at it. And we're actually going to be doing that in the next lesson. So now you know how to create assignments, you know how to share them out with students, and we will soon know how to check those results.